John Waters invades the Mahoning Drive In, Godzilla invades Pluto TV, and the Friday the 13th game is going out with a bang. All on this Wednesday edition of Spill the Guts.
I like it spooky.
Hello and welcome. My name is Clint, and I am one-third of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast, which brings you a feature news, reviews, interviews, and entertainment show every other week. This tri-weekly horror news blitz roundup every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now an additional companion show, Appendages, which airs the first Tuesday and Thursday of each month, showcasing a brief listing and commentary of free horror movies that will be streaming on Sony's Crackle and Redbox apps. I sincerely hope you didn't blow off any appendages during the 4th of July yesterday, but instead took in the inaugural edition of Appendages and are ready for more tomorrow. But first, the news, because today is Wednesday, July 5th, and this just in. All stories today come to us by Fangoria, and this first one proclaims that we all hail the Prince of Puke, the Duke of Dirt, as John Waters' Filthy Film Festival invades the Mahoning Drive In movie theater later this year. Now, I could do a whole show exclusively on the Mahoning week in and week out, as they always have something extraordinary going on there. But this article from Fangoria specifically reports that Exhumed Films and the Mahoning Drive In are bringing John Waters to the lot. The upcoming 3-day festival will feature 6 filthy films from Waters' filmography, plus a secret bonus feature curated by John himself. All features will be shown on 35mm, and best of all, John Waters will grace the drive-in in the flesh, providing live on-site commentary and nightly Q&A sessions. It's a deranged party, and in addition to screenings with Waters, fans will also have the chance to partake in costume contests, games like the Dirty Shame Bottle Race and Pecker's Picks Photo Contest, prizes, and extensive merch. The VIP package includes a special photo op with John and rare signed memorabilia. It's all going down September 29th through October 1st at the legendary Mahoning Drive-In, located in Layton, Pennsylvania, and you can get your tickets at mahoningdrivein.ticketleap.com. Just in case I don't have you excited enough yet to go, here is some more from the press release. John Waters will grace the drive-in lot with his irreverent presence, providing live, on-site commentary and engaging in a sure-to-shock Q&A session each night. Listen in as John reveals behind-the-scenes anecdotes, spills cinematic secrets, and shares his unique insight into the world of underground filmmaking. And like all Exhumed Mahoning events, there will be classic 35mm trailers, huge raffles each night, live DJs, and lots of other surprises. So gather your friends, pack your barf bag, and get ready to embark on a wild journey into the twisted mind of John Waters. Experience the unhinged beauty of his films, soak in the infectious energy of his presence, and revel in the spirit of anarchy that oozes out of every frame. For fans of transgressive cinema, the John Waters Filthy Film Festival is not to be missed. A free Godzilla channel has invaded Pluto TV as more than 30 movies featuring the King of the Monsters are streaming this month, which is truly outstanding news for kaiju fans. The free ad-supported streaming service is showcasing a collection of more than 30 films featuring the monster legend and some of his best friends and enemies that will stream 24/7 for all to enjoy. The best part about this, in the age of too many streaming services, is that all of this monster goodness can be enjoyed at no cost to you, so long as you're willing to put up with the occasional ad break, which is a small price to pay in my humble opinion. As reported by the fine folks at comicbook.com, the Godzilla channel launches with a truly impressive lineup dating back to the original 1954 classic that started it all. One of the coolest things about the lineup is that Heisei-era films, beginning with Godzilla 1985, aka The Return of Godzilla, will be streaming exclusively on Pluto TV. Not only that, but the channel will even stream Godzilla the series from the 90s. A little something for everyone here. Very little is missing from this impressive collection. It won't include movies from the MonsterVerse, which kicked off with 2014's Godzilla. It also won't feature the absolute banger that is Shin Godzilla. But there is much to love here, and the fact that it's all going to be streaming for free at all hours of the day and night is a real treat. Pluto kind of harkens back to the days of cable TV where you could just stumble upon a movie without having to spend hours scrolling through various streaming services to pick something to watch. Being able to turn on a random monster movie on a given afternoon feels like a perfect addition. Meanwhile, the King of the Monsters will be returning to the big screen next year in a follow-up to Godzilla vs. Kong. While plot details currently remain elusive, the new film will be titled Godzilla and Kong: The New Empire. We've also got the live-action MonsterVerse TV show that is in the works for Apple TV+. In the meantime, you'll have plenty of classics to revisit at the click of a button on Pluto TV. Now, included with this article was a list of all of the Godzilla movies that will be streaming for free this month on Pluto TV. However, the list was a bit too extensive to read off, so I will be posting a link to this article on the I Like It Spooky Horror Podcast Facebook page so you can look it over for yourself. Although, if you're a Godzilla fan, I'm not sure it matters. Speaking of ad breaks, it is now time to pause for station identification and hear from our podcast network, the PFPN.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal: providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Last story of the day is yet another follow-up report about the game that just won't die.
There's a legend round here. A killer buried, but not dead.
On a couple of previous episodes of Spill the Guts, I have discussed the nearing end of the current multiplayer Friday the 13th video game. Fangoria now reports that the game will be going into rage mode later this week, as players will be maxed out for maximum carnage. It may nearly be over for Friday the 13th the game, but players still enjoying what Gun Media's take on the franchise has to offer will be getting a little something extra this week. The game's social media accounts have confirmed that, in the interest of making it easier on the database servers, all players are about to be maxed out. That's right, everyone will be leveled up to 150 and receive all the legendary perks. On Thursday, July 6th, everyone will be awarded 30 legendary perks, most popular perks with no negative effects, best roll possible, top level of 150, all kills unlocked, and all challenge skills unlocked. In addition, there will be no XP CP earned, and all of this will reduce the dependence on database servers so that no match functionality will be lost. Maybe this means no more glitches, but honestly, in my opinion, that was part of the fun. Basically, with the game set to be delisted from storefronts in December and the servers set to go offline for good a year later in 2024, Ilphonic and Gun Media are trying to make the most of it while they still can. As the update states, no matchmaking functionality will be lost, and this will level the playing field in arguably the most entertaining way imaginable. Every player will have the chance to enjoy all the game has to offer for whatever time they have left to play it. Gun Media clarified that, quote, this does not include DLC kills. The kills referenced here are unlockable kills in the game. Base game and DLC price reduction is in effect and will stay that way until removed from the stores. As was explained several weeks ago, the company's license for Friday the 13th is set to expire, so the game will be retired in the coming months. It's a real shame, but they truly seem to be honoring the players as best they can while they can. On a little side note, if anybody listening to this plays the game between now and late 2024 when the game does officially go offline, and you come across a player named Shockhaunt, that's me. And that's all she wrote for today's news. I'm off to play Friday the 13th the game, but before I go, I want to remind you that you can follow along with the journey of the I Like It Spooky Horror podcast on all major social media platforms, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so that you never miss a feature episode, Spill the Guts news segment, or Appendage's movie streaming rundown, which has a new episode coming out tomorrow, July 6th. So be sure to listen in and find out what is streaming for free this July on Sony's Redbox app. And also, listen in again this coming Friday for another edition of Spill the Guts.
Hey, what's wrong with you, man? Show some fucking respect for the dead, will ya?